What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Happy Friday to each and every single one of you. The last Friday here in August, and we're slowly approaching fall. So happy Friday once again. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, because we are oh so close to breaking that 1,200 subscriber threshold, but I can't do that without your help. So subscribe, smash that like button, comment in the comments section below, and also hit the bell to receive notifications. Check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box below. You can also follow me on eBay to keep up to date with my most recent listings. I sell loose sports cards and various other items from time to time, so check it out. I actually had 2 orders today that I processed and got out to the mail, so hopefully those customers will get their orders very soon. But thank you, everybody across the board, my friends, family, neighbors, eBay customers, and of course all of you here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm dipping my toes into uncharted waters here. I'm not exactly a gamer. I do play retro games, and I have the mini game systems right over here to my 4 o'clock. So I have the Intellivision Flashback. I have the NES Classic Mini, which I hacked with Hackchi, I think it's called. I also have the Super Nintendo Mini that was hacked with Hackchi, and I also have the Sega Genesis Mini that's sitting over there, because I used to have a pretty decent sized closed box collection of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, etc. I had game systems galore. I had a TG16, etc., etc. And I was a bit of a in-box completionist, but it just got too expensive. And of course, as life would have it, I sold off everything when I first moved down here. And once they came out with these mini systems, it was like having gold in your hands, because now, with all the hacks that you can do to these mini game systems, you can play any game you want at a fraction of the price, which is great. Forgive me as I'm getting a little cottonmouth here. Red Bull sugar-free, not sponsored, by the way. But I love the old school retro games that I grew up with. I'm in that generation where Atari and Intellivision were just coming to their end. Then we had the Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all that sort of thing, but TurboGrafx 16. My brother had the original PS1, etc., etc., but I got out of all that stuff. I'm just not a gamer, so to speak, but I like the retro games. So with that, all that being said, I do tend to watch speed running here on YouTube, because I find it fascinating how a lot of these games are broke. Congratulations to Nifsky and Zosty. You know, Nifsky is well renowned for his Super Mario Brothers speed runs. Zosty again just broke another world record with Super Metroid, excuse me. You know, and it's been going 3 ways between Oats and Goats, Zosty, and what's the other guy's name? I always forget. Shiny Zenny, excuse me. Again, you know, forgive me. It's early in the morning when I'm filming this video, so I definitely need a good dose of caffeine. But anyway, I'm not a gamer like that. You know, I don't own an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 or what have you. You know, I'm pretty simple. It's just, them games are just way too complicated and way out of my league at this point. And not saying I wouldn't want to try, but it's beyond me at this point. But I watch gaming sometimes, especially the speedrunners, what them young people do. My God. But something came across my feed, and as a hobbyist channel, breakfast is served. Breakfast burritos, by the way. Not really the healthiest, but in a pinch, I love those things. But anyway, it's Friday. Hey, I'm allowed to be lazy. You know what I mean? I just got done paying the rent and all my bills, so I could do what the hell I want. Anyway, so this came across my feed, and as a hobbyist channel primarily, you know, I talk about jerseys, hats, sneakers, Transformers, sports cards, that sort of thing. I really don't dip my toes into the realm of gaming, because, quite frankly, I'm not a gamer. Again, I play retro games. But I found this topic to be extremely disturbing because of what's going on within this particular sphere. There's a young man whose persona here on YouTube, as well as in the Roblox sphere or ecosphere, he calls himself Schlep. And I've been watching this carefully from behind the scenes just to make sure I get caught up with everything. And if I screw anything up, please let me know in the comments section. But as a hobbyist myself, you know, I have to show support for these young people. And what I love about this particular issue is you don't have to be conservative. You don't have to be a liberal. You don't have to be Democrat. You don't have to be Republican. You don't have to be any of that stuff. All you have to do is have a good sense of ethics and morals and know the difference between right and wrong. And all of these young people, and it's mostly young people that are participating in what's going on right now in support of Schlep. Schlep has engaged in tactics that our law enforcement officials use to bait lawbreakers, especially those who would try to entice your children into doing immoral and unethical things. Forgive me for tap dancing around the language because I don't trust YouTube. YouTube is very, very good at silencing people that talk about this sort of thing because, well, they're based in California or wherever it is, and you know what goes on over there. It's just like, downtown Manhattan in my former home. Of the criminal, radical, fascist, socialist, leftist, communist, Marxist, hashtag MeToo, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, anti-white, anti-family, anti-parent, anti-police, anti-Trump, bedbug-infested crime regime of the COVID concentration camp, illegal immigrant refugee camp, pro-diddler, pro-pedophile, pro-rainbow regime of New York. And other cities like it, like Seattle and Portland. Wherever you see rainbow flags or trans this, look what happened recently with this Rocky Dennis looking freak show that killed two innocent victims and injured 17 more recently. And this has been happening like crazy. We have these nut jobs in our society that prey on our littlest, most innocent victims. And Schlep has been utilizing tactics within Roblox to out these people. He basically has what they call decoys. And I hope Roblox is watching this. This is a tactic that law enforcement utilizes, you fucking idiots, because Roblox issued this kid Schlep a cease and desist order and banned him from the platform completely. Everybody is like, what the fuck? And then once I saw this come across my news feed, that's when I said, let me sit on this for a little bit. And I wanted to get a feel for what's going on with this particular subject. Roblox is now allegedly trying to make changes, but it's not enough, man. You got these people that are doing all of this awful stuff, especially when it comes to our children. And thanks to young people like Schlep, again, you don't have to be leftist, you don't have to be a conservative, you don't have to be Democrat, Republican. As long as you have a sense of right and wrong, good for people like this, good for young people. Schlep, on behalf of my channel, I'm viewers, and I would hope so, as far as my viewers and subscribers and supporters are concerned. I support you 100%, man. Good for you. And I've actually supported to quite a few of the, the big time YouTubers that are involved or in support of Schlep, because it's disgusting that they had like this video chat, as far as like the CEO and all these people are concerned, and they just kind of like downplayed the whole thing. I know one fella in this chat was talking about it, and the CEO cut him off. Because the simple fact of the matter is, law enforcement does the exact same shit. This kid never claimed to be law enforcement. He takes all that information that he gets about these people and gives it to law enforcement, and law enforcement takes over. Any citizen can do that, as long as you don't try to take the law into your own hands and be a vigilante. And that's what he's been accused of, being a vigilante. But the simple fact of the matter is, if I see somebody doing something inappropriate over here on the property where I live, you best damn believe I'm going to call the police. I'm going to take photos and video if I can catch any, and I'm going to send that over to CMPD or my town police here in Pineville. But yet, the good guy, just like what happened with me, I've been through it a whole bunch of times. I've talked about this here on the channel, where you could be the good guy and be falsely accused of all sorts of shit and have people attack you and I've been acquitted each and every single time that this bullshit has happened. Just like recently, I showed my acquittal letter for what my ex-girlfriend did to me, accusing me of things that I never did. And now my record again, squeaky clean. And if I see somebody, of course, the good guy always pays the price. That's why they issued this poor kid a cease and desist letter, because he is a good guy. Like a good man like myself, and everybody that's like me that's out there who has to deal with this bullshit when you have these evil, disgusting, genetically defective people that are out there who are just the bottom of the barrel. It's like you ever cook toast and you have all the crumbs and black, schmutz that falls to the bottom of your toaster and you have to kind of like shake it out. That's what these people are. It's ridiculous and disgusting. So on behalf of this channel, good for you, Schlep. I'm pretty sure that my viewers and subscribers and supporters and eBay customers are fully 100% on your side for going after these, what are predators. They're predators. It's disgusting that grown men, and it's all grown men too, that are going after our youngest, most innocent victims. And Roblox, shame on you. Shame on you. Good that they lost, what was it, $12 billion? You know what that is? $12 billion dollars. To quote Dr. Evil, roughly. I can't do impressions in my life. But it was $12 billion. Good. Fuck them. Serves them right. And I hope they lose more. As a matter of fact, I hope they go bankrupt. For the innocent people that play that game, unfortunately, you know what I mean? Good people always fucking suffer for other people's bullshit. Again, I'm an example of it. You have seen it here on the channel. I've shown, the acquittal letter that I got. I did have the videos up on my channel, but I couldn't stand to look at myself being depressed and down like I was because of what she did to me. She called the police on me 4 times for nothing. And what happened? I was acquitted. I don't think I have that letter over here, by the way. But you've seen that in previous videos. Oh, I got it right there. Excuse me. I just realized. You've all seen this. I actually talked about this recently. Here it is. That's the acquittal letter. This is what happens when good people run into or cross paths with bad people. Unscathed, innocent man, clean record. Again. 4 times, 5 times now? It's fucking pathetic and ridiculous. So I can relate to Schlep. That's why I'm talking about this, because it's so disgusting that we got people in this society that will do everything and anything to destroy a good person's life. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes just like all of you. Some things I may have done may be out of line. Some things I've done, I've gone above and beyond for people. But I'm not perfect. I'm not a god. That's blasphemy anyway. If you believe in religion and the Bible and all that stuff, I'll never consider myself to be bigger than anything that I am right now. A human being. Right now, my stomach is gurgling because I haven't had my freaking breakfast yet. You know what I mean? I'm just like the rest of you. I'm not trying to pretend to be something I'm not. But I relate to this because it sucks. Why do good people always have to be punished for bad people's bullshit? Good for you, kid. Good for you. On behalf of the viewers and subscribers and supporters of this channel, go subscribe to Schlep to prove a point. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Even if you're not a gamer, that's a big middle finger, not just to YouTube, but to Roblox and all of these other companies that allow these freak show genetic defect creatures to go out there and prey on our little ones. It's not right, man. It's not right. And the cease and desist letter, I think, is complete bullshit. And I hope Roblox loses more money. Good for you, kid. Good for you. It's disgusting what our society is turning into. It really is. Where these nutjob bullring freak show, who pronoun, big fat black guilty white liberal trans fishhook in the faces, bullring in the nose, tattoos across the forehead. Half balding heads with, moles in their skin flaps, wearing clothes that look like they haven't been washed in a year. They've been hanging on a fucking power line somewhere, in the middle of a city that's been ran over by a truck 20 or 30 times. Those types. It's disgusting, it's pathetic, and they all fly rainbow flags, too. Really sick people indeed. Go support Schlep, even if you're not a gamer. Subscribe to him, show your support, even if you don't watch his channel. I have. And every major content creator that's in their space I've subscribed to as well. That's a big middle finger to Roblox and YouTube. Good for you, kid. Good for you. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Happy Friday, everybody.